Hello, LaGrave family and friends. Where does our help come from? Our help is in the name of the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Our help is in Jesus Christ, who's the same yesterday, today, and forever. I want to think with you a few minutes this morning about the Holy Spirit and about our own stories. I think it's a beautiful thing that we all have our own unique stories. God has given to us our own unique gifts and personalities and experiences and families and history. And that is a wonderful thing to recognize. Peter and I will often say after sharing a funeral, what a gift it is to be able to get led in on someone's story. You hear all these stories from the family members and you get a little insight into the fact that this was a unique person, created uniquely by God, and God's ways with them were unique and wonderful. A Christian author that I treasure, the late Rachel Held Evans, said this about the church, that the church is not a group of people who think and believe exactly the same. The church is a group of people who are all caught up in the same story, and all of their stories are centered on Christ. But all of those stories centered on Christ are uniquely formed and shaped by the Holy Spirit. Jesus to Nicodemus in John 3 said that the wind blows wherever it pleases. You hear its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it's going. And so it is with everyone born of the Spirit. The Spirit of God works in each one of us in ways that are unique and sometimes, maybe often, surprising. Ask Sarah Miles about the gospel and she'll tell you about growing up in an atheistic and completely secular home and environment, until one day when in a single moment she happened upon a church celebrating communion together, and in that moment encountered God in the church's practice of gathering around a table where everyone is welcome, where the despised and outcasts, where the sinful and the wandering are invited and forgiven and embraced. That same Spirit that led Sarah Miles into that church on that Sunday is at work in my life today and in your life today. And so I think we would do well to wonder, where and how is the Spirit of God moving and leading and working in me, remembering that the Spirit often works in surprising ways in me and in others. We would also do well today to give thanks that each one of our unique stories are all caught up in God's grand story of, through Jesus, making all things new. What a privilege it is to be a part of that grand story. Thanks be to God. And so may the peace of Christ go with you wherever you may be and wherever you go. May he guide you through the wilderness and protect you in the storm. May he fill you with thanksgiving for the wonders that he is showing you and for the way the Spirit is at work in you. And may he bring us all back together again one day, rejoicing, face to face. The peace of Christ and the Spirit be with you today.